This is Roger the Rover. Roger the Rover is now MOT'd and could still do a wee bit of a wash. Still in fine fettle for the year. But currently has an MOT. Went for an MOT on the Wednesday of last week, and I'm glad to say that he passed with some small minor advisories. And small minor advisories. ABS reluctor rings being one of them. I've got them in the house there, so they'll be getting done. Emissions were good. The fuel gauge still doesn't work, but I may have a look at it before I sell them. Unfortunately, I have to sell them because I can't afford to keep three cars and not use this one. This one should be used and enjoyed. I have a Pioneer stereo to put in there. Unfortunately, the other stereo I thought was a bit meh, so decided to put another one in it. Has a bit of age-related damage, but there's a sunroof that works. All works. As I say, I do have that. It's down there in the boot well. Car itself drives very well. No problems, as you know. Anyone who has watched any of the videos on this car, I'll know the amount of work I've done to him. Includes sills, brakes, I did the expansion tank, exhaust, heat shields, calipers all round. There's new brake discs on the rear, so this really is, it's a kind of just a final video on Roger, you know. As I say, we have an issue with the fuel gauge, but it's the gauge itself. I put a new sender in. It's not the actual sender, so we will sort that out. There's a couple bits of trim need to go back on. We're going to go down there and I'll show you. There's some stuff I need to take out. Fuses, and it's just a spray. I believe it's just a dashboard spray. So 63,000 on the dash. I read 63,000. Going a bit bloody. It's a very good car for the year. Anyway, I'm kind of sad that I have to get rid of him, but unfortunately, the dashboard left, but it's not as bad as it once was. I did try and cure it. Kind of a bit sad that I do have to get rid of him, but then at the end of the day, I can't keep all cars. I can't do this car any justice by keeping him, so therefore hence the reason for sale. I must admit, I do like driving him. It reminds me of a big barge. Back in the late 90s when the cars were big and so I'm a bit sad to be selling him, but at the end of the day, it's like I say, I can't afford to keep him and hang on to him. A car that I very rarely drive. I believe that he should go on to somebody else who'll look after him and care for him, you know, and maybe do the little jobs that I couldn't do so much. Not that I couldn't do that, I just can't afford the time to continue on with. I have actual other cars that I work on. As you know, you follow me on my channel. He's currently fit for the road, you know. So brakes work, everything else works. As I say, advisories were reluctor rings on the ABS. I bought them. I've got them there to replace, so I'll replace them, put them on it. Couple of other wee jobbies, nothing serious. End of the day, you know, as time with me is done, I hope that someone buys them and keeps them in a shed and a lock-up garage, and therefore can, you know, care for them a bit more than I can, you know. Someone with a bit more money in his pocket than me, basically. At the end of the day, I have other cars here to keep me occupied, and to have a poke at the man that keeps having a poke at me. I don't live on Benefit Street, mate. I actually work for a living, and if you knew me, you'd know that. So there you go. There's a wee insight to my actual what I do, you know. I don't have to explain myself, but so I'm gonna leave it all there, leave it there for that one, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed the Roger the Rover episodes. And I'm not saying it's the last time I'll ever have an 800, because it certainly won't be. You know, there might be another one on the scene soon, you never know. I'm just glad that I got it through its MOT. That was what I was working towards, you know. And if I'd managed to obtain a lockup, then I'd probably put him in a lockup. But as I say, well, I haven't got one, so I can't afford to have a car sitting here doing nothing, you know. So if you like that, leave us a thumbs up. all that good stuff. Leave me constructive criticism, whatever, you know, and we'll see you all in the next one. Thanks very much, appreciate you all.